everybody. Thanks for stopping by my channel again. Hope everybody had a nice holiday season. And I want to talk about some new hardware I got. This hardware is in preparation for when Star Citizen eventually becomes, a full-fledged game. The PU comes out and all that other lovely stuff. Squadron 42 is coming up. That's something to be excited for. However, I got myself a Hotas. I'll let you look at it here in a sec, but I want to talk about what I got before I go through it. I was gonna go with the Warthog setup. However, I was looking through the reviews, and a lot of people just say the only reason it's more expensive is because it's modeled after the A10 Warthog. It has metal components, but people were saying that the components on the interior of it, the guts of it, weren't holding up very well, and that they break a lot, and sometimes they don't last very long. And that's not what I was looking for in a HOTAS, which, for those of you who do not know, stands for hands-on throttle and stick, which is basically your typical when you're in a jet and stuff like that. That's how it's typically set up. Um, I decided to go with the CH Hotas. I got the CH FighterStick and I got the CH Pro Throttle right here, and I'm going to talk about why I got those before I let you look at it, and I'll go through a few of their features and tell you how it is. I decided to go with the CH product line because they are notorious for being a bulletproof, reliable, just all around good choice, quality brand. They're they're typically used in industrial applications like cranes and heavy machinery, and a lot of that stuff needs to be reliable, it needs to be heavy duty, and it needs to be quality, it needs to be accurate, and that's exactly what I need. I don't feel like dicking around with some cheap ass feeling HOTAS. I don't want stuff breaking. I don't have any patience for that, and I don't want to pay double the price for something and then have it break on me too. So I figured the very best. I don't need I don't need tons of buttons either. I don't need special widgets and gadgets and whistles and gizmos. I just want something that works. I want something that works well, and with a little bit of creativity, you can do just about anything you want with it. I but now I'm gonna give you a look at what I got setting up here. This was my first stick right here. This is the CH FighterStick. I messed with this a while back. I found it online for like 40 bucks. It's nice. It's good little setup. It moves around a little bit because the feet aren't as sticky and grabby as this one, but that's for another time. I'm eventually going to experiment with some dual stick setups. This will be my left-handed stick, and this will be my right-handed stick, but that's not why we're here. Right now, we're going to talk about this right here. This is the CH FighterStick, and this is the CH Pro Throttle. This this is made of some really high quality dense plastic. When I squeeze it, and I've got a pretty strong grip. I do powerlifting. I've been working out for a long time. Wrestler. I used to do MMA stuff like that. This is a quality. I can't get it to flex at all. It's just there. It's not. It doesn't feel crappy when I move it around. If you're not being insane with it, it doesn't move. That base, it doesn't move. It's not sliding. It's not moving. It's not doing anything. It is quality stick. It's very accurate. Just little tiny bits of movement like that. You can when I'm doing my fixed weaponry with my mass drivers and Star Citizen, aim extremely well. I love this. It's when I switch to HOTAS, I'm not going back. I absolutely love it. It is so much more fun to fly. It is so much more fun to dogfight. It is. I do not regret this purchase one bit. If you want to take a look, here's a. It's got a real nice stick right there, and it's got a nice. I'm not gonna talk about the buttons. You can do whatever you want with the buttons, but I'm just showing you the quality of it. You know, I mean I have the wire under there. That's why that moved, but it's a good stick. I'm going to do more about it, but another reason I got the CH stick and throttle setup is a lot of people say, dual sticks, you need more degrees of flight, I believe it is. This is one of the main reasons I got this throttle, this little analog stick right here. It's very sturdy. To me, it looks kind of derpy. It looks kind of weak, but I should not have, but I pushed on it pretty hard and moved it around a whole lot, and it stood up to my little test, and it's sturdy. It works. I have this set up for my up down, my strafing up, strafing down, strafing left, strafing right. I've got my afterburner there. I've got my boost up, decoupled down, space brake back. This I haven't even had to use yet. Back here, I've got this toggles between my what do you call it, chaff and flare. This activates my chaff and flare. I don't even have that used yet. I prefer to have my roll on this. It's just, it may not make a lot of sense for you guys, but whenever I'm doing it, when I point the stick this way, that's the way the nose of the ship goes. Same here, up, down. When you're doing atmospheric flight, you don't really want to set it up the same as space flight. But when I'm doing this, I'll press it this way, and then the ship will roll this way. I press it the other way, the ship will roll that way, and it just feels right for me. Everybody's got different ways of setting stuff up. I enjoy it. And let me think. This lock missile, fire group 1, fire group 2 down here. Front shield, back shield, left shield, right shield. This is power management. When I press up on this, I target an enemy. When I press down on this, I target a friend. I don't really know what else you really need, personally. Oh, it's got different modes too. If you press this button down here on the side, you see how that button that down there is red? You can set it up for different configurations of buttons for however you like to do things. But I have one that works for me. If there's any extra buttons that I forgot to map, I usually just plop right here to press it on the keyboard. But I, if I remember, I'll usually map it. But I'm gonna do some videos with this HOTAS pretty soon. Right now, I'm having trouble getting 2.1 to run well. But whenever I do get it to run well, I'm gonna do some videos of how I use it and what I recommend. But the like I said, a lot of people say negative things about this kind of stick because it doesn't have twist. Like I said, you can, if you get creative and you have an imagination, you can do whatever you want to make up for its lack of twist. You don't need pedals, you don't need a twist stick. Like I said, this is a quality, reliable stick. The company is someone you can trust. And but yeah, that's why I chose that. But like I said, I have up, down, left, right. I have my roll here. If I wanted to, I can use this little hat for something too. If you learn it real well, you can make just about anything work. This is not, you do not need a twist on a stick, and you do not need pedals. A lot of people prefer it, but you do not need it. Um, like I said, I'm going to be doing some dual stick experimentation in the future. I'm eventually going to be doing some HoJam, hands-on joystick and mouse. I'll probably use that as the left and use this as the aim. But I personally, even before I got my HOTAS, I never really preferred to do gimbaled weaponry. I just don't like it. I mean, a lot of people say it gives you some accuracy, gives you some more, you can get a little bit higher DPS, but I, I just don't like them. I've always preferred fixed weaponry. I've always, especially when I switched to this HOTAS, that's one thing I will say. When I switched to this HOTAS, I noticed that using mass drivers and cannons is so much more fun with a HOTAS. Trying doing that with a mouse or a gamepad, it just wasn't fun to me. I always relied on Panthers and Badgers, and I don't, those aren't, I wanted to do something different because just about everybody does that, and it wasn't really that great for PvP. But whenever I started doing, I did the APAR mass drivers. My favorite right now is the Sledge 2 because it doesn't require barely any energy. I can crank up my shields and thrusters, and it doesn't require any energy from my power plant. It has a real nice range. It's accurate, has a high velocity speed. Um, Usually one or two hits if you get a good hit. And I mean, Vandal Swarm, that's not PvP. I haven't messed around with it too much in PvP. I've only had this set up for a few days now, but I definitely 100% give it 2 thumbs up. And I appreciate you guys stopping by for my video for this. If you guys have any questions, I can do like a version 2 of this where I answer them, or I can just answer them in the comments. You guys let me know what you need. But if anybody ever has any questions about this, I 100% recommend this. I was considering going with some of the SciTech stuff, but after just all the quality control issues I read about, I don't have the patience to wait for something to come in the mail after I paid for it, get here, and have something not working on it. That just pissed me off. Don't have any patience for that. Just I know CH doesn't mess around. They have, no matter what I read, it's always good stuff from them. It's a quality product, and I'm 100% happy with my purchase. So, you guys have a nice day. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Be prepared for some more upcoming content.